Okay, after everyone's done, I want you to send that folder to the club email. That way, I have something from everyone, and then that's how we're gonna do things every time we assign something. You just put it in a folder or a zip file, and uh, then I'll have who worked or who didn't work, and then we can also help you with any questions you have. I can see your code that way, and I can make any annotations, any comments, and send it back to you. Okay. Um, you have a VS Code on your computer already?
No, I don't. I don't think I have it.
Okay. So all you need to do is just type VS and Victor, S as in sound,
Here?
VS Code. Yeah, it's free.
You said VS?
Yes, VS. Yeah, and space code. That's right there.
This one?
Yes. Yeah, and there you go. There I look for Windows. Yeah. All right. If anyone doesn't have it, just download it. I just find it easier to work with, and you can use it for many other things as well. There's many other computer languages. It has a terminal inside too. That way you don't have to have two different screens and run certain commands if you're deploying something. All right. In the meantime, I want you to go to your desktop while that installs, or anywhere like your class folder, anywhere you create your files for the club or to practice.
Okay, what do I do now?
Okay, go to your desktop or wherever you create your files to for the club to practice.
Oh, yeah, by the way, I just downloaded Visual Studio Code, so where do I start?
Yes, that's what we're gonna do right now. I'm gonna show everybody. Open it up, open up VS Code. Did it finish installing? I saw something before. I think it did already. Let me see. Your screen is frozen. It might be the connection.
My screen is frozen?
Yeah, I can only see your browser.
Okay, hold on. Did I unfreeze it?
Yeah, now it's going in. All right, so open up VS Code. Yeah, go to the Windows logo, and this should be the first one on the list if I installed already.
This one?
I cannot see anything. I think stop sharing and then share again.
Okay.
Yeah, it might just be my connection.
Okay, can you see now?
Okay. Yes, now I can see it. All right, so you just go to File, This is how you do it from VS Code, and then just create a new file. Yeah, and that's gonna be our index.html. So save, Control S.
Oh, okay. So save and
Yeah, yeah. When you save it, you're gonna name it index or home, and then that's gonna be .html. So that's the names that the file needs to have in order to be displayed on the browser. Like when you upload your folder to a server, that's the file the server is gonna look for to display. So no, just index.html. Delete the for home part.
sorry.
Yeah, no, I said you can name it either index or home. Yeah, yeah, index.html. HTML.
Sorry.
There you go. Okay, so now you create your CSS. So just hit Control N twice to create some more untitled files.
Oh,
Some
so
more,
press
blank
Control N.
Yeah, one more time. So you're gonna do your CSS file and your JavaScript.
Okay.
Yeah, you can make that just save like you did before, Control S.
Save it again.
Yeah.
Okay.
So when you save it, that's where you're gonna put your extension. Okay, so now this one's gonna be the CSS. So name it whatever you want. It could be my CSS or CSS1, whatever you like. And then .css. Yes, and then save it. That's the extension for the CSS files. Okay, and now we're gonna go for the JavaScript one. And then you're gonna do the same thing, name whatever you want, and the extension is gonna be .js.
Ooh. This is how it's spelled, right? No, spelled wrong.
Yeah, however you like, whatever name before the dot doesn't matter.
Okay.
And then JS. Okay. All right. So next, we're gonna go back to our home. Okay, and we're gonna create what is called a boilerplate. So it's just HTML tag with the head and body tags inside of it, and then you can also specify the type of document. So you can make a tag, an empty tag, and then exclamation point, document type, space HTML.
Like that?
So yeah, do the less than and more than sign to make a tag.
Sorry, I'm a little bit late. I was having a hard time getting it.
Just like that red.
Is that what you mean?
No, I am sorry. I'm not seeing anything. I think your screen froze again.
Oh, okay. Hold on.
So did somebody say something?
Yes, it was me. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, I'm a little bit late. I had a hard time coming in. What software we're using to learn these?
Oh yeah. So go on Google and download VS Code. V as in Victor, S as in Sam, and then Code. It's free. It's from Microsoft. So let me know when you're ready to download it. Okay. So you're gonna create a tag. So you're gonna do less than sign and the more than sign. You see that little red symbol on the top? Yeah, that's exactly that one. Press enter. There you go. Okay. And then on the bottom, you're gonna make an HTML tag. So this one does it for you, but I want everyone to know how to make it. So, but yeah, in VS Code, you just have to go down, type HTML, and press enter. It's gonna make it for you.
Say that again.
Just type HTML and then
Right
you're
here
gonna
or
see-
beside it?
Yeah, yeah, right there.
Okay.
HTML. There you go. Just press enter. See how it created both for you right away. You don't have to do them both. So right now, press enter.
Right here or underneath?
Yes, because you want the things to be. So everything is gonna be inside of those. So
Okay.
inside of that, yeah.
Also,
Yes.
also, if you delete all of that and just put the exclamation mark, then it will do all the tags for you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Also, don't forget to
So you can try like deleting all of that and just put the exclamation mark, and then it will create all the tags that you'll need in VS Code.
Yeah, there is some of the editors have that. Like you just type HTML and you hit tab, and then it makes the whole boilerplate. But I want you to know what's inside of it. That way you know how to make it from scratch in case when you're debugging, then you can see everything. Because if you do it like that all the time, it's easy. It just does it for you, and you might miss little details like that that are not so important. But then your code is all messed up because maybe I don't know, maybe you pressed something by mistake and then I deleted one of the tags or I deleted the slash on the closing tag. So that happens sometimes. But yeah, you can also make up the whole boilerplate in one shot. But for now, just type head.
Right here?
Yeah, there you go. Enter.
Ooh.
No, head. Like, yeah,
Hi.
yeah, head enter. There you go. And then not inside of that, not yet. So you're gonna go after the closing tag. So the closing tags are the ones that have the forward slash. So that means that the code inside of that ends there. So you're gonna go outside of that one. The number, yeah, hit enter. Yeah, and then that way you're making a new tag. So now it's gonna be body. You just type body and then hit enter. Okay, so I would like to connect everything right away as soon as I make it. So inside of the head tag, we're gonna make another 2 tags that are gonna connect the CSS file and the JavaScript as well. So on line number 3, then you're gonna hit enter to type inside. No, go back to the home.
Okay, sorry.
Yes, no problem. Okay, so inside of the head tag or between those 2, yeah, right there.
Mm-hmm.
So first we're gonna connect the CSS. So you're gonna do a link. So do link. Yeah, just type link.
Oh.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, and you can hit enter.
CSS?
Yeah, just enter the first one. Yeah, there you go. So now you're gonna change the style. It's gonna be the name that you gave yours. In your case, it's capital CSS. And it already says what it is, like the rel, that means relationship. So it's a style sheet. There you go, perfect. So we're done with the CSS file. Now, right next to it, or on, I'll do it on the bottom. Hit enter, just so that it has more, that is more organized. Yeah. Now you're gonna do the JS. So you're gonna do script. So just type script, and then I'll give you the script tag. Yeah, the third one, exactly. Okay, and then you're gonna go inside of the opening tag, like before that more than sign, or just click your
In the
left.
middle.
Yeah, right there, exactly.
I
And you're
got a-
gonna type source SRC, and that's gonna be the name of your, not there, inside.
Oh. Right here.
No, on the opening one. There you go. There.
Right there.
Yeah, after the script. Yeah.
Okay.
There you go. And then space. There you go. So that's how you're gonna add all the attributes. Also, like whatever attributes pertaining to that tag, that's where you're gonna put them. So right there, just hit enter. Yeah, source like that. Yeah. And now you're gonna put the name of your JavaScript file, which is jav.js. Yeah, somebody was saying something. Go ahead.
Yeah, I already got everything installed. So how can I create the HTML, the CSS, and the Java? I just need to get those set up.
Okay. So you're gonna create files when you open it. So you can either click Control N or you can go to File, Create File. Can you just hit File again so I can show him again? Yeah. So you see right there, New File. So you're
Yes, I
gonna
do see
create.
that, and then type where it says at one, then type the name of the file.
Yeah. So whenever you create a new file, you're just gonna type whatever name you want to give it, but the HTML one should be either home or index. That should be the name of those, and then it's gonna be that HTML. That's the extension. So as you can see here, you can close that. That's fine. Yeah. As you can see here, the same name. She has the name right there after the dot. It needs to be exactly how she has it there. And then the HTML file, it should be either index or home. And then for the other two, you can pick the name. All right, so let's continue. So let's create a H1 file inside of that. So we can, just so we have an element that we can style
Where?
in the body.
Okay.
Yes.
And once you finish with that array, you just hit enter.
Say that again.
So once you finish entering on the first line, you hit enter because it still says like, still doesn't tell me that it's HTML because I did type index.html and then hit enter and then that's it. And then nothing else.
Did you when you saved it?
Oh, you guys. Okay. Let me save it. All right.
Yeah. Mhm.
Womp,
So yeah,
womp.
while you're saving it, you're gonna save it as that, like the name that you pick, and then that will be the extension. All right. Okay. So inside of the H1 tag, you can type just practice or anything. You don't need to type anything inside of it, but I just want to show. I just want to show you the difference. But yeah, type like practice or sample, anything. Okay. And then I wanted you to make another one on the bottom, but don't type anything inside of this one. Instead, we're gonna give it a
At the end
name.
of the body?
No, just right under that one. So from now on, everything's gonna be inside of the body. We're not gonna go outside of the body yet. Okay. So we're gonna give it an attribute. So you're gonna go inside of the first tag of the starting tag. There you
This one?
no on line 8. Yeah, after the H1. Yeah, space, and then we're gonna give it an ID. So type ID equals. Yes. Enter. You can, when you type ID, you can just hit enter and then I'll put it for you too. Like do ID and then hit enter.
Okay.
Yeah. So inside of that, give it any name that you want. So we're just gonna put sample.
Wait, say that again. I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
Put anything, just like sample or any name that we can use to reference it later.
Okay.
Okay, that works. All right. So now, whenever you use this, you gotta make sure that wherever you try to reference it, it must be written just like that. Meaning the uppercase should be uppercase, lowercase should be lowercase. So if you don't write it exactly as you defined it, then it's not gonna work. Okay. All right. So go down and type div. So we're gonna make another div under it.
EIV.
Yeah. Also, there's another shortcut. Like go down and type div again. Go right under that one and type div again.
Okay.
Yeah. So whenever you're making any tag, you type the name of the tag just like that. No, don't hit enter yet. Just type div.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Yeah. So you have the name of whatever you want to do, like whatever tag you want to do. But let's say you want to give it a name or a class. So let's say you want to give it an ID. So you're gonna put a pound sign. So you're gonna use the same selector of how you would do it in CSS. So in this case, let's give it an ID.
You said
So,
a pound sign?
Yes. Yeah, like that, just like that. Pound sign. And now give it any name you like. Could be,
Oh, I don't have to put ID, right?
yeah, just put like cherry too, or since we already have cherry or whatever. Doesn't even need to have a space. If you put a space, then it's gonna have a space again. Okay, now hit enter. See, now I created the tab with the ID already in it, so you didn't have to do it. You didn't have to do it separately. And the same thing goes for the class. You know, if you do the same thing, but instead of a pound sign, you put a dot or a period, then it's gonna give it a class. You know, and there's a few other attributes where you can do that as well. So let's go to the save it. So just click Control S. So you see the circle, that white circle on the bottom. That tells you that it's not saved yet. So press Control S for me. So see, now you have an X. That means now it's saved. So whenever you see that dot or like any editors like that, like even Notepad, it has like an asterisk on the top telling you that it's not saved yet. So let's open a browser.
Wait, what did you say?
Open up a browser tab. So you do something first. Click the Windows logo and the left arrow. Press the Windows logo and the left arrow.
I can't see it because
No, like the one on your keyboard.
I'm sorry. Okay.
Yeah, click on this program, so what I want you to do is just to open up a browser that you can see it side to side. But I guess you're only sharing this window, so it doesn't change. Are you sharing your full screen or only the VS Code screen?
Can you see that?
No, yeah, because you're only sharing
This screen.
you're only, yeah.
So I'm gonna stop sharing and then reshare again.
Yeah, share, but this time choose the whole screen, like the actual screen, not the program.
Okay. Question, how do I share the whole screen?
So when you click on share, it's gonna give you many options, like what you want to share. So you can either share all the windows that you have open, or you can share the screen.
Okay.
Hi Marcela, yeah, we're doing a VS Code. You can just go to Google, type VS Code and download it. Sure, no problem. All right.
Okay, you said go to Google and
Okay, yeah. Yeah, just now put them like side to side so that we can see the editor and that we can see the browser as well.
Okay.
I think maybe you're. Oh, okay. Let me see. I think you're sharing only the browser again. You have
Oh,
to share
okay.
the one that says screen. I'll say like screen one or something. Or yeah.
Um, is it? I'm kind of new at this. Okay.
No worries. No worries. We're here to learn.
Uh, is it supposed to say advance?
No, like when you click share at the beginning, what is it? What doesn't it pop up like a little window with everything that is available for sharing?
Yeah. Hold on.
Okay. Yeah, when you go there, read on the bottom, like some are gonna say like the name of the individual window, or it's gonna say like screen. So you wanna share the one that says screen. Okay, nice, Marcel. So do you know how to create those three files? Oh, they're perfect. Now we can see it here. So make them like uh, uh, make them like proportional. I just press like the Windows flag and an arrow, the side arrows.
Is that good enough?
Yeah, that's fine. That
Okay.
works. So now grab that home, like where it says home HTML, and you can just drop it on your browser.
Okay.
Like you see where it says home.html? Yeah, on the top.
Yeah.
Yeah,
This.
grab that. Yeah, and just drop it. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and
Okay. Okay. I'm sorry.
do it almost. Yeah, no problem. The head enter. There you go. Okay. All right. So you see how you have you have four elements, but you are only seeing the one that says practice. So what I like to do when I had to style certain things like a frame for a picture or I just want something to be like proportional on the screen. Like I want to, for example, if I'm making a title, I want it to be across the top, like across the whole top of the screen, and then on the bottom I'll put the body, the footer, and so on. So go to the CSS, the CSS file. Yeah, exactly. And now we're gonna make uh, that border so that you can see how it looks like. And then from then on, you can give it whatever dimension you want, whatever colors and stuff like that. So yeah,
So I have a question. 'Cause I
sure.
don't know how to raise the hand on the Zoom thing. So what do I need to do to start building HTML?
Say that again.
So what do I need to start doing since I already have the home HTML, the CSS, and the Java ready to go? I got three of them separate tabs ready to go. So what do I need to do next?
Great. So yeah, I just want you guys to practice today, like to use as many tags, and I want you to learn how to reference them in the CSS file. Or for today, we're gonna do just the CSS file, and then next week I'll show you how to do it on JavaScript, and then that would take us into like DOM manipulation. That's just like pretty much manipulating all the information in your page. So
Okay.
for now, for now, just go to the. Let me see. Oh, Vanessa, did you send them the? Can you send them the slide? the last two slides so that they can see like the HTML tags, and then they can try some of them. Or also, if you go to if you just go to Google and you type HTML basic tags, I just want you to see how they're different. Like how is a bold tag or a text or a div tag. I just want you to see how they're used. Like for example, they're all they're all just separate elements, but some of them are already pre-configured to do a specific thing. For example, you have the center one, which just centers the text, and then there are other ones where they're just for like the size and that kind of thing. Like for example, the H1 already has size and it bolds the letters, as opposed to a div tag which does nothing, and pretty much you can use it for anything. You can put stuff inside of it. So I just want you to see how they're used. And then of course there are others which allow you to make forms, buttons that you can click on, and things like that. All right. So
Because
Hi,
I'm
sir.
I'm
yeah.
familiar with the head. I know what's the H1 to H6. I'm familiar with that one. I know what the div does. It means it splits up like let's say you want to split up two articles, you can, or two separate pictures, you use the div to split them up. If that's the correct way to say it.
Right. Yeah, you can do that. Or in my case, I use a div for
Answer.
everything. Like, yeah.
Can
Hello?
can you please stop sharing your screen so I can share the PowerPoint?
Hold on. Give me 1 second. Say that again.
I just wanted Miss Henry to stop sharing her screen so I can share the PowerPoint slides. So
Oh,
I
okay,
know
sure.
what you are referring to.
Yeah, no problem. Okay. Yeah, you can. There you go. But like for in his case, he said that he's familiar with some of them already. So in that case, I just want you to go to W3 schools, find 10 around 10 tags that you don't know how they're used, and I want you to incorporate it in something. Do like uh, do like an article or something. Put a picture in it. I just want you to know. I just want you to use them to get used to them for now, and then when you're done, you guys are just gonna send those files to me with any questions, anything that you don't understand, any confusion, and then I'll like write the notes or whatever to help you, and then I'll send it back to you.
Thank you.
That one here. So yeah, these are some that, like for example, you said the H1 through 6. Have you used the image one before, or the anchor, or anything like that before, or the list?
Are you talking about different type of coding software? Yes, I use Anchor, and also use this one, starts with an R. I don't know, which I'm using in one of my classes. I don't know. But Clear, I believe that's the
Right.
name of it, if I'm saying that
Okay.
correctly. I'm familiar with that. I know how to upload image to HTML, and I know how to upload a video in HTML. That I'm also familiar with as well.
Okay, great. So yeah, same thing. So find around 10 or 15 tags that you never used
Okay.
before, and I want you to use it into make like a little page for yourself, like a little article. Put a picture, put some text. You can put some lorem ipsum inside, some filler, just to make
Okay.
it look like a
Let's go
like
basic.
a whatever you feel like you want to put in there. My goal is for everyone to do something every week, and
No
then
problem.
eventually,
No problem.
you'll do it on your own. You'll do a project every week, which you're gonna upload to your portfolio page. Because you gotta have a lot of projects in there, and the employers want to see that you've been active. Like doing projects all the time. They don't want to see you. They don't want to see like something from 5 months ago. Like, okay, I did something with this framework. All right, but like, how can you get good at it? If you only used it once or twice. So that's what I want to get everyone. I want to get into that habit of, just grabbing something. Doesn't have to be a lot, 5 or 10 new things. Learn them, build something new. And 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 I don't want to like copy old code. I don't do it from scratch every week, like a page or something, a little project. something just that you can put in there. All right.
Okay, no problem. Thank you.
No problem. Sure. Okay. Let's see. All right. So, does anybody is anybody having any trouble with those initial 3 pages or downloading VS Code or anything like that? Okay. So who's that? Mariela? Okay. So Maricela. Okay. So we're creating the 3 pages that you need just to make a website. So you're gonna do a HTML page, a CSS page, and then the JavaScript one. So for the HTML page, it should have the name should be either index or it should be home. And then for the other two, you can name them whatever you like. And then the extensions are .html, .css, and then .js in that order. All right. Let me see. What's the name? Anisha, can you share your screen again so that Maricela can see the pages? How does she look like?
Okay, hold on.
Oh, Lanisha has volunteered to share her screen. You want to let her do it? So yeah, you can do it, Lanisha, in this case. Since Anisha already shared a little bit. Okay, perfect. All right. So in this case, Lanisha has a little more text.
Oh, I'm not sharing. It's the president that's sharing.
Yeah, I know that. It's because your names are a little bit similar.
I was like, wait.
Yeah. Am I saying it right? Is it Lanisha or Lanisha?
It's Lanisha.
Lanisha, okay.
Lanisha,
And then
okay.
Anisha, yeah.
Yeah, that's why. Okay.
Yeah, as you guys are that my voice is getting cut off. There's a lot of noise where I am right now. But don't worry, they're almost finished with the lunch break, so I'll be alone for after 1. Okay, so let's see here. So yeah, her screen looks a little bit different. She has the meta tags. Those are just for like to calculate like the screen of the device and things like that. And then the UTF-8, that's just the Unicode for the language, English language. When you do what you do it the way she mentioned before, like what is it, Lanisha, in VS Code? You just type the exclamation mark and then tab, and then you get the whole boilerplate. Okay, got
Correct.
it. All right. So yeah, when you do it like that, it just gives everything to you, and you don't have to do it separately. Okay. So go to your CSS file, and we're gonna grab the first H1 file. We're gonna you can do whatever you like inside, color or text size, doesn't matter. I just want everyone to see the selectors again. So for the ID, so when you do it like that,
So are you doing the H1 or you want to do the ID?
yeah, we're gonna do all of them here. So we're gonna do we're just gonna do the natural one, the generic one, and then the ID, class, and class name as well. And then I want to show also there's a for one that is used in the labels. Yeah. But yeah, we're gonna use it later. But I just want to show it for now. So at first we have the H1, the generic one, without it being a class or an ID. So this is gonna grab every H1 in your website. Then after that, what do we name the ID of the second one? Was a cherry. Okay. So whenever it's an ID, you guys are gonna use the pound sign or the hashtag, and then you spell it the same way that you spelled it in in your HTML tag. So uppercase letters, everything just exact the same way, or it's not gonna work. Okay. So you can give it whatever you like, another color. It could be red or yeah. Now the color is gonna be, it's gonna reference the color of the letters, and then the background color is gonna be the actual background of the tag. In some cases, it might be too small, so all you have to do is give it a width and a height of your choice, and then you can do it like that. Oh yeah, you can do change the font size, bold it, or make it smaller. You know, to fit in different situations that, like whatever design you came up with. You know, maybe it needs a little bit smaller or bigger. All right, and now do a class selector. So we have to create it first. You can do even the same thing. So IDs and classes could be named the same thing, but they're gonna be different since you're gonna be using a different selector for each one. So give this one a class of your choice. Name it whatever you like. Yeah, put blueberry or whatever. Yeah, test. That's good. Okay. All right. So to grab something with your class, you're gonna do a period and then the name of however you guys define it, whatever name you gave it. So period and then the name, and then that's gonna choose a class. Now classes, I use them more for like a lot of items. So if you have multiple items and you want them all to have the same styling, like let's say you have a lot of you want all the paragraphs to be red. So you're gonna use the class to do that. You can also, you know, if you want all of the paragraphs to be red, then you can use just the generic P selector. So just put the P just like the H1 on line 1. Instead of that, you'll use P or something. In this case, we're making all of the H1 tags into a color blue. Okay, and then all right. So we made a test screen. All right. Can you show it in your browser?
No, no corner. No corner. No people, no pass nothing. Look at them. You can't watch it.
So test, that's just the name that she gave it in order to reference that as a class. So the test, it could be anything you choose. So you can say the class name is whatever, like it could be test, that could be, you know, whatever you choose. And then when you want to assign it a color or you want the size to change or any styling at all, then in your CSS you're gonna do period or however you want to reference it. If you want to reference it with the ID, or in this case test as a class. So you're gonna reference it with the appropriate selector. Then you're gonna give it the styling that you want. Same thing when you're working with your JavaScript file. You're gonna do a query. You're gonna do document that, select the element by ID, by class, and then you're gonna put the name of the whatever name you gave it, and then that's gonna manipulate that tag in specific. Okay. I'm gonna. Can you send when we're done, Lanisha? Can you send me? Can you send me that sample so that I can distribute it to everybody so they can have a reference?
Okay.
Thank you. Okay. All right. So, okay. So let's do let's reference something in JavaScript now. So go to your JavaScript file, and you're gonna remember exactly how you define your ID or your class. And then you can either store that information or you can either display something inside that tag, and you can also style it. Same with the CSS. So let's start with something simple. Let's change the color of it when we click on it, I guess. So we're gonna have to do put a on click event and not here and the HTML. Here we're gonna do document. Yeah, and the JavaScript. That's gonna be, this is gonna be the syntax, so where you reference something from your HTML. So right, document that. Yeah. Okay, and now get. Yeah, so now you see here you have a lot of options. You have get animations. We're gonna use get element by ID since we already have an ID. So parentheses, and then in between the quotes, we're gonna put the name of our ID. I think it's cherry with a capital C. You have to put the
Quotation
quotes.
marks or no?
Yeah,
Okay.
quotation marks. Okay, perfect. So now we're gonna choose the styling for it. So you're gonna say dot style after the parenthesis. Okay. Dot color. So after that style, you're gonna put whatever styling you want. So in this case, we're gonna use color. So color equals, and then in between quotation marks. Okay, now you're gonna put the color that we want. So I think right now it's red, I think, or blue. Yeah, so we're gonna change it to yellow. So you can either use the word yellow or any word color that is already defined in the CSS. CSS has a lot. Or you can do pound sign, and then you can do a hex color code, the hex code for the color. You can look that up on Google, and some websites even allow you to choose the color that you want, and then it gives you the code of that color that you chose.
I do have a question. Sorry
Yes.
to interrupt. So if I want to move an image or video, right? I want to move
Yeah.
it somewhere to like the bottom or to the left or to the right.
Yeah.
What's the code? What's the code I need to write that down? Is it left?
You want to move it how? Like when you do something in specific, or how? Like you want it to move when something happens, or you just want it to move by itself?
No, actually, I want to move it to another location while doing none of those. That's the basics.
Yeah, but you want it to
So
move
in
when?
CSS.
Oh, like you want to move it? Okay, yeah. There's many ways you can do that. The first.
So like,
Oh, sorry, that's it's on HTML. I want to do that. I should have mentioned that.
If you, all right, yeah, you can move it away HTML too. But a better way would be just do it from the CSS. It's more practical and more. The code is cleaner, better readability. Okay. All right. Yeah, I can show you that later. You can email me, or if you join the Discord, you can just ask that question, and then I'll let you know. Yeah, there's many ways to do that.
If you want, you can
I
send
have
me
a
a link to
question
that Discord on the chat. And I can click on join.
Sorry, guys. One at a time. Okay. Go ahead.
what? No, hold on. So what we're doing for a script, like, where is it? Is this connecting to the one from index, right?
What are you talking about?
The script.
The script. Oh, the script tag. Yeah, you're gonna put it inside of the head in the HTML file.
No. I know. I meant the JavaScript. It was like why we're typing that in.
Oh, I don't understand your question.
I mean, like,
Say that again.
why are we typing the document get element ID something on JavaScript?
Oh, got it. Okay, so this is how you grab element from the HTML file with your JavaScript. So you saw how in CSS you just type what it is, and then you put inside what you want it to do, and then it does it right away. In this case, let's say you have a function. I don't know. You wanna sum two numbers together, right? So you'll do the function in JavaScript, like 2 + 2, and then you wanna it to show up in your browser or in your page. So you grab a tag with the syntax, and then you say this is what's gonna be inside of it. You say that HTML, that inner HTML is X, or I want the color, it will be, X. That's so pretty much that's how we select the tags from the JavaScript file with this syntax. Okay. All right. So since we're in the index right now, so let's create let's create that on click function in the the H1, the cherry one.
Where do I put it?
Yeah, right there.
Okay.
Yeah. So just on click. Yeah, right there. And also, another reason why I like VS Code is every time you're typing something, see how it gives you a list of things that you can do. And when I was learning everything, I would just grab all of those things and then go and look them up on W3 schools or MDN to see what they do, and then just play around with them. Just use all of them and see how they differ, how they're used. Some work in some situations, some don't. So but you wanna just learn how they all work. All right, so on click, let's create a function that says change color or just change, and parentheses, empty parentheses right there, next change. Okay, so this is the syntax that you use uh, to reference a function. So this function is gonna be in our JavaScript file, and then the on click is just gonna let it know that when you click, it's gonna trigger that function. So grab that on click and then put it in the button that you created, the one that says change color. So in this case, if we click the H1, it's gonna do that. But just like cut it from the H1. Yeah, if you have it there, you don't need it. You don't need it in the H1 anymore.
Okay.
Yeah, you can delete it. Yeah, from there. Right. Okay. Perfect. Okay. So now we're gonna go to our JavaScript file. Okay. So we're gonna put this inside of a function named change. So this is the syntax that you use to create functions in JavaScript. So function, and then the parentheses go after change. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's change there. Okay, and then after the curly brace. Okay, so that's how you create a function, and in that parentheses you can pass arguments. Like for example, let's use that scenario from before. If you wanna add two numbers together, you can ask for input. Say, okay, tell the user to input two different numbers, for example, and then you can pass that into your function, and inside it's gonna grab that parameter. So whatever you want to pass, you just put inside the parenthesis. In this case, we're gonna leave it empty because we're not passing anything. It's just gonna return a change. So grab that line one, just cut it and put it inside the function. All right. Okay. So save that. Great. So now you see what happens when we click the change color. Now, what if you wanted to put it back, so everything to be how it was in the beginning? So you can make a reset button, and and just delete the color that it had or anything like that. But for now we're just gonna do it simple like that. So I want you to use this and play around with it and try different things that you that you might think. For example, like how do you delete it? How do you change the whole word? How do you make the word bigger? How do you put more words? Like let's say you want to add more text, you want to put a whole paragraph inside of it. I want you guys to practice and find out how to do that as well. It's really similar to what is written right now. It just needs the correct commands. That's all. But yeah. Okay. So let me see. All right. Okay, Lenisha. So yeah, you can send that to me, and then I'll distribute it to everyone just for reference. Yeah. After we're a little bit more comfortable and familiar with tags and and things that you can do inside of CSS and JavaScript. For now we've only seen content, so what goes inside of the tags, a little bit of styling, such as color. There's a lot more than that, a whole lot. So, like I said before, I want everyone to choose anywhere from 10 to 15, and just practice with them until you learn them well, until you know how to use them, and you're comfortable with it. Then when you learn those, then you can pick some more. And if you have any questions, any confusion, just make the comments in your code, and then you will send it to me with whatever concerns you have, and then I'll get back to you with a solution, or send you a video on how to do it. Like, what was your name before? Somebody asked me about how to change the picture to a different place.
That was Marco.
Oh, Mark. Okay, maybe he left. So yeah. So also, whatever you guys ask me, like also every week, I'm gonna compile all of that, and I'm gonna also share it with everyone so that you guys also can learn. Uh, whether your peers are learning as well, and just it'll be a good way to learn more basic things and so on. Okay, so for now, I want everyone to create those 3 files, make sure they work and that they show up properly in the browser. If it's not working, that's fine too. Just let me know where you fell short, what you didn't understand, and just send that to me. I'm gonna. Oh, Vanessa, you share the club email with them already?
Can you
Yeah, go
also
ahead.
send me
Someone
the
was
link
talking.
of the Discord, please?
Oh, yes. Oh yeah. Can you send me a list of everybody, like all their emails, and then I'll invite everyone to the Discord, and then there I'll put also a lot of resources, things that I use personally to learn, and then that's always it's always saved there, and then you guys can just reference it from there. But yeah.
Can you guys please add in your email address, the ones that I've asked for your email address? Can you please add into the chat box for me, please?
Yeah. Your mic might be a little far from you, Vanessa.
Thank you. Can you guys add in
Still.
Still? Oh my goodness. Okay. Okay. What about now? Can you guys hear me?
Yes. Now it's okay.
Thanks. Can you add into can you add your email address into the chat box, the ones who I did ask for your email address?
Oh yeah. Yeah, everyone please share your email address on the chat box. I don't think everybody's here, so